The owner of Fitworkz, authors of the book Eat by Color and Get Fit and Live Healthy. Talking live today a little bit about calories, carbohydrates, and protein. Calories, do they matter? Yes, but it's not the entire picture, or it's not the entire solution to your weight loss goals, your health goals, or your wellness. Is that working?
Start over. Something popped up.
For Periscope?
No, for...
Well, wait a minute. I got to retype the title.
No, keep going. Still going.
Oh, this is embarrassing. All right, so technical difficulty. Anyways, so it's not all about calories. The calories matter, but what impact the calories have on the body also matters. Namely, what impact do the calories you're consuming have on blood sugar, and with blood sugar, insulin. And the simple take-home point is, if you think of a children's teeter-totter or seesaw, if blood sugar goes up, insulin goes up. And when insulin goes up, there's another hormone called glucagon that starts to go down. And glucagon plays a role in basically metabolizing adipose tissue for energy. Basically, it burns fat. So all you need to know is it's not just calories, it's what impact do those calories have on my blood sugar, and with it insulin, because if insulin is elevated and it's elevated all the time, I'm going to be less likely to be able to burn fat for energy. So if you want to burn more fat, you need to stabilize your blood sugar. It's not just about calories. That leads to the next question, carbohydrates. How many do I need? Can I be successful with long-term health, wellness, weight loss, and weight maintenance on a high carbohydrate diet?
Got a question coming in.
Most people don't. Kevin, let's go. What do you got?
Kevin Callahan asks, he just started taking CLA. Do you have any opinion on that supplement?
Kevin, I think CLA can be a good supplement. Quality supplements in the right amounts. Right amounts means the amounts used in research can help you get better results faster. So basically, it can get you to your goal in a shorter amount of time. I don't necessarily have anything against CLA, but I'm a big proponent, have a lot for you got to get the nutrition right. So we see that a lot in our club. We get clients that come in, we do sell supplements here. They take a look at all of our supplements and they're like, my God, what do I need to buy? And really, they need to start here. We got to get the food right first. And when we get food right first, even if that supplement was going to work on its own, if we get food right, we're going to get the supplement working exponentially better. So your results much faster if we get the food right first. Happy to take more questions. Otherwise, we'll go back to carbs. Again, most people aren't terribly successful with long-term health, wellness, weight loss, and weight maintenance on a higher carb diet. That's what some of the research has pointed out. It's definitely what we've seen in the last 15 years training clients. How many carbs do you need? Enough. I know that's kind of a loaded answer. What we've seen work really well, what we've seen in Eat by Color, or what we teach in Eat by Color, is if you eat 6 times a day, or you eat 4 times a day, or you eat 3 times a day, about half of your meals should have something we traditionally call a complex carb or a starch. And how much should you have? We like to relegate it to your fist. Everybody's fist is different, usually correlates with the size of the individual. Therefore, you're probably going to eat close to about the right amount. So again, those on almost all carb, high carb nutrition plans, diets, they tend to not be real successful with long-term health, wellness, weight loss, and weight management. Protein, how much do we need? I've heard 1 gram per kilogram. I've heard 1 gram per pound of lean body mass. Is that right? Well, the reality of it is I don't know, and neither does anybody else. Because depending on what your daily activity is, depending on how much load-bearing activity, or like, I don't know if you could hear it in the video, somebody just dropped a barbell back in our training facility. If you're doing intense weight training, your demands for protein are going to go up. If you're doing, say, intense sprint work, maybe you're a 5K or 10K runner and you're trying to bring your running time down and you're doing a lot of speed work, that speed work, though it's not weight training, it's very anaerobic in nature, it's going to increase the demands for protein. So we usually like to tell people maybe 1 gram per pound of body weight is a good starting point. Those that are looking to lose weight or those that are trying to build muscle, it's going to shift it. When we look at athletes, it may change, but in the bigger picture, we got to get the protein right, especially if we're trying to lose weight. We're probably going to make some cuts in carbohydrates, and then ironically what happens long term, if we do things really well, As an individual gets leaner, we end up increasing calories, increasing carbohydrates, and protein can kind of stay the same or actually come down a little bit.
Kevin Callahan asked, do you have an opinion on green tea extract?
Kevin Callahan, great question. Do I have an opinion on green tea extract? I think green tea is great. It's definitely an antioxidant. It is going to support, we'll call it healthy metabolism. It's not going to be the magic bullet for fat loss, which is probably why you're taking it, but it is definitely going to be something. Again, back to the nutrition. I'm not going to let that die. If we're getting nutrition right, I don't think green tea extract is going to slow your results. I think you're going to get better results if you get the nutrition right and you combine that with stuff like your CLA and your green tea extract. Back to the carbs, protein, calories discussion. Again, when individuals are doing things right, what we've seen in real life with real people losing weight and keeping the weight off, and by weight, we're talking fat weight, okay? So they're actually getting, pick your favorite marketing buzzword, toned, sculpted, lean, defined, lifted, tightened, whatever. When they get that right, oftentimes what happens is we start off where we've reduced calories via maybe a reduction in carbs. We start eating better fats, so stuff like flax oil, olive oil, almonds, walnuts, basically any nuts except peanuts. Peanuts are actually legumes or beans, and they're not a healthy fat, and many people have an inflammatory response. That's another video, another day. But we see that decline, and then as the individual is actually losing weight, long-term success, we see that individual often increasing calories, increasing carbs, protein will stay the same, somewhere around a pound per body weight, and they'll be eating more and losing more fat, which is totally counterintuitive to what most people believe you need to do to lose weight. But we see that day in and day out here in our club, and we see that at all levels, from a 59-year-old that works has a public service job, having lost 60 pounds in less than a year and kept the weight off. We see that with physique, fitness, bikini, bodybuilding, figure competitors that we prep for the competitive stage. Again, initially there's a decline, and then long term, if we're going to be successful, we start ramping things back up.
Kevin Callahan asks, do you have any opinion on healthy breakfast meals? What are your favorites?
Kevin Callahan, healthy breakfast meals. Go to eatbycolor.com, eatbycolor.com. In the top right-hand side of the homepage, there's something that says recipes and blog. There are a ton of recipes. So there's a ton of recipes on eatbycolor.com. Individual ideas or suggestions, because that's really what you're after. I'm sure you don't want to bounce over to a website. Get yourself a blender bottle, or get yourself a shaker cup that's not going to leak. We carry a blender bottle. We do because they don't leak. Don't have any relationship with blender bottle outside of it's a decent product. Get a quality protein powder. Protein shake is highly portable. Takes 2 minutes to make. Something you can make in 2 minutes, get in the car, go to work, jump on your bike, ride to the train station, walk to your office, whatever it might be. Hard-boiled eggs, highly portable, easy to make. Eggs are a complete protein. They have all the essential amino acids. So again, we have that portability. You can pre-make them, doesn't add time to the morning. And then if you're somebody that rises early and has time to make breakfast, I like eggs. I like eggs and oatmeal, eggs in a whole grain toast, eggs in a rye toast, eggs in any of the awesome like flat out or folded wraps. There's a ton of those products on the market, high in fiber, low in carbs that are going to impact insulin. Back to our carbohydrate discussion from a couple minutes ago. Those are great breakfast options. And then again, we're going to be doing a piece on this in the next couple weeks. Don't always lump foods as this is a breakfast food or this is a breakfast meal. Think outside the box and stop. Even when we do one-on-one consulting for people with Eat by Color, we don't label any of the nutrition as breakfast, lunch, or dinner or snack. We lay out and we teach the individual how to make better food choices, and we don't put things in a breakfast box. So one of the things we're going to be doing in the next couple weeks is stuff with waffles, non-traditional ways to make waffles that aren't going to be high in insulin impacting carbs. They're going to be high in fiber. They're going to have some protein, and using them as a meal, a part of a meal that might be lunch or dinner. So again, don't put your foods in a box and label them breakfast, lunch, or dinner, which waffles, eatbycolor.com, I make them for my kids all the time on this killer Minnie Mouse. We call it a waffle cake maker. I'll make like a dozen or 2 dozen at a time. You can freeze them. They're highly portable. You can make them high protein, high fiber, low carb. You can cook them all on Sunday morning or Saturday morning or Friday night or whenever. Throw them in a Ziploc baggie and freeze them. You can take them out of the freezer and eat them cold. Even my kids will do that, and they like the taste of them. And they're high protein, high fiber. If you want to learn more, tons of recipes on eatbycolor.com. There's a ton of content on our social media channels. You can find us on YouTube. Look us up, follow our stuff. Tons of great meal ideas. Would love to hear more questions. Feel free to post them on social media or watch for a video about every afternoon right here, and happy to hear from you.